Wu-Tang, the American Saga, episode 1, season 3 is back again, y'all. Wu-Tang forever. And as you know, last season they made their album comes out. They becoming famous, and RZA had a lot of these different discs that he had everybody's album put together, and there was a flood at his house, and there was some damage to some of his audio recordings. So we start off with the new season. They got a mansion out of New Jersey, somewhere out in the woods somewhere, and basically everybody's kind of excited, kind of for their success. Um, you guys in there, pool with the girls, different things popping off. Raekwon got a George Foreman grill trying to make panini sandwiches for everybody. And it seems like Riz is kind of just all he wants to do, just be in the studio, making tracks, trying to. It's a lot of pressure on him because he's the producer, executive producer of all these projects, and they got Method Man's album Tikal's out, and they got the Wu Tang album, and then he's supposed to be doing individual projects. He's got Raekwon's album, and basically uh, a lot of different things. He had a plan that every member album would come out, and then 5 years, then the Wu Tang next album will come out. So you got Divine is brother basically telling them that we got to get this record with ODB out because there's a lot of writing on it. If they don't, then they'll be sued by the company that they signed the contracts for. So him and his cousin have been talking since the time last season when they got into a fight on the subway about uh him signing the deal to Geffen instead of Def Jam because ODB wanted to deal with Def Jam instead of Geffen or Electra Records, whatever. So they have been talking, and they got to get this solo album out because there's a lot of writing on it. And then you got Power basically going to this I think this department store where they were getting this looking at Tommy Hilfiger clothing, and he said that they don't have the size that he wanted. Somebody said they have the right sizes. And he want to talk to a manager, and he talked to the manager, and he was telling that they got their own brand that's doing well, and they trying to expand. And basically, she says, when you're ready, give me gave him her card and gave it to him. Everybody's enjoying this whole different experience, not being in Staten Island, in, a different environment. And, you know, people just basically kind of doing their thing, trying to find their creative flow to write. You got the genius in the woods trying to flow, uh, writing rhymes. And everybody's kind of doing their thing, but it seems like Riz is kind of all he wants to do is just be in the studio. He doesn't really want to really party. He's not drinking. He's not smoking. He's basically on a whole different Zen kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And he's on a different type of vibe, different type of energy. And he's trying to work on this record with ODB, but ODB hasn't been around since they got into that little altercation last season. And ODB's basically hanging out with strippers, doing stuff with narcotics, and yeah, and he fell asleep in this strip lounge club thing, whatever, and the janitor woke him up, and he said, "You that guy from that group?" He's like, "No, that's not me." He's walking on the street, and he saw these guys bootlegging the album, Method Man's album, and Wu Tang, and he's upset, and then And the guy said, "When your record coming out?" He said, "Whenever my cousin stopped being on that mess." So he steals the bootlegs from them. He's walking around the street. He's just like mad and just angry. And Riz's girl's trying to get him to loosen up. She said, "Hey, you haven't taken a shower. You don't spend time with me in our bed. You just basically stay in the studio all the time and working and working and working." But it's a lot of pressure on. He's stressed out. It's a lot of pressure on because if they don't get that album of ODB, it's going to be a lot of problems. And also too, they want a remix of one of Method Man's song, "Y'all I Need," and basically Puff Daddy is the one got the remix with Mary J. Blige. And they basically were like, no, they just wanted, they all kind of wanted to do all Wu-Tang thing. Wu-Tang, RZA do everything and whatever. But Def Jam came up with the idea of Puff Daddy, Bad Boy Records, whatever, to do this remix with Method Man and Mary J. Blige, and that's going on as well. And also too, they all get these Mex cards, whatever, these banking cards, and that's going to be something that's going to happen in the future because they signed these kind of contracts that was kind of janky contracts, and that that's going to be a factor I can see in this season as well, somewhere near the end of this season. But yeah, so basically, Riz is, like I said, he's a vegan. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. He's just kind of being on a different vibe. And everybody's telling him to lighten up and everything. And his girl trying to tell him to lighten up. So she tells him to take a shower. They get in the shower together, make out. They got this party celebration for Raekwon's record, and also too, RZA told Power that he need to get more money for that record because they was offering $300,000. So you need to go for another 100,000 for 400,000. So they go to this club thing um, and discuss it, and that he needed that extra more money for that record. But they have the little celebration thing at the mansion up there in New Jersey. At the same time that's going on, ODB's getting in some trouble and running from the cops, and he goes in an abandoned building, and basically he falls out this window, and he's cut up. It's on the concrete, and Shuri uh, basically calls her cousin, I mean brother, and basically tells them that ODB's in the hospital, and it cuts off. Very interesting season, and it's supposed to be the final season. And today they had 3 episodes, so part 2 is coming very shortly. Everybody take care, and more is coming.